Hello everyone! In this video, I will walk you through how to reorient a small FOV 3D volume when the nation is not included in the scan. Start by double-clicking the On 3D icon to launch the software. At Login, select FOV without nation and sign in. Click Load DICOM file and open the patient's DICOM data. You can select and double-click any one of the DICOM files. In the volume window, click Preliminary Landmark Picking in the Landmark panel. A pop-up will appear, and you will see that the 2D Ceph is unavailable initially. Click to load to import the 2D cephalogram. Select the file, and then hit Confirm. You can choose which landmark groups to include for automated detection. The default selection works for most cases. Dentition 2 is only needed if you're planning to work in the orthodontic module, as it places landmarks on all teeth. Click Execute to automatically detect a total of 112 points. Depending on your computer specifications, this usually takes about 1 or 2 minutes. Next, click Reorientation to proceed with aligning the volume. Because a small FOV does not include the nation, On 3D aligns the volume to the 2D Ceph, where the nation is visible. The key reference points for this process are ANS and PNS. In other words, On 3D matches the ANS and PNS on the 2D Ceph to the ANS and PNS on the 3D volume to complete reorientation. Let's first check the reorientation landmarks on the 2D Ceph. Then, review the reorientation landmarks on the 3D volume. Nation, orbitale, and porion on the 3D volume are directly inherited from the 2D Ceph, so they cannot be adjusted here. Therefore, begin by reviewing key ridge point. For ANS, unlike in full volume cases, the x-coordinate will always be set to 0. This is a limitation that occurs because the 3D volume is being matched to the 2D Ceph. To place the ANS point, first locate its approximate area in the axial and sagittal views. Then move to the coronal view, scroll until the last visible slice of the bone disappears, and place the point at that location. Use the same method to mark the PNS. Once ANS and PNS are placed on both the 2D Ceph and the 3D volume, the software automatically performs the registration. Although the 2D Ceph is a magnified image, the system recalculates the proportional relationship when registering it with the true-size 3D volume. To make the registration easier, use the ANS on the 2D Ceph to adjust the anterior-posterior position of the upper incisors, and use the PNS to align the posterior dentition. Toggle Volume on and off in the Volume Mode panel to check whether the dentition aligns properly. In this case, the maxillary teeth align well, but the mandibular incisors appear off. This is due to mandibular asymmetry, which causes the cropped boundary of the lower jaw to be shifted away from the midline. If you check the sagittal view on the opposite side, you'll see that both upper and lower dentition align correctly. After completing all adjustments, click Done. This concludes the tutorial on how to reorient a small volume scan. Thank you for watching.